r/ask Reddit. What rule of the road do most people forget? After overtaking, make sure you can see the car you overtook in your rearview mirror before pulling in front of them. This is how you maintain a safe distance. Driving school I went to use don't pull in front until you can see both of their headlights in your side mirror as their guideline. Stuck with me. Where I live, people forget to have their headlights on when it's raining. Same where I live, and it rains all the time here. I think headlights should automatically turn on when you turn the windshield wipers on. Assume everyone around you is a dumbass and plan accordingly. This dumbass gets it. Right of way, especially at stop signs. And don't try to be nice and let someone else take your turn. You are just slowing the whole process down. Don't be nice, be predictable. If you lift your car or get a new big suspension, recalibrate your headlights so your normal lights don't turn into high beams for everyone else. I'm guessing most people don't know that regular headlights often are nearly the same brightness as high beams. They are just aimed differently. In fact, on my car, after changing to LEDs for my normal headlight, my high beam is now a lower light output than my low beams. This truck driver here, if your low beams are blinding me, imagine what someone closer to the ground is going through. Also, most lifted trucks don't realize it, but their truck is squatting. The back of the pickup is lower than the front, not a factory condition. This not only looks ridiculous but aims the headlights up by default, and then they tow a heavy trailer and the headlights go up even more. It is a really frustrating situation. You're driving a multiple ton hunk of steel that will basically murder any living thing it touches. Ducking, relax and pay attention. Precisely this. Driving isn't a right, it's a grim responsibility. You are the operator or of a vehicle, the improper use of which could kill your fellow citizens and place you in prison. You have an obligation to be disciplined and competent at all times behind the wheel. If there is a car passing you on the left, do not speed up so they can't overtake you. Thank you. It's nothing personal. I'm not mad at you for going 15 under. Please don't make me play chicken with a big rig. My child is in the backseat and I want very much to watch him grow up. Indicate before you turn. Before. Drives me nuts when PPL start merging and when they're in between lanes. Then they use the turn signal. SMH. If you are moving slower than the rest of traffic on the highway, move to the right lane. If someone in front of you is signaling their intent to change lanes, do not speed up to prevent them from doing so. I mean, they're already in front of you. Plus, it's not a goddamn race. Looking at US, Jersey and Philly drivers, looking right the hell at you. Agreed. Here's the flip side. The turn signal does not give you the right of way. If you're 2 feet in front of the car in the lane you just signaled your intent to move into, you either need to speed up or slow down to create a safe space to move into. It's not the other guy's job to get out of your way. Zipper merging. Recently I've noticed quite a few motorists not paying attention and not pulling over to the side of the road when emergency vehicles, fire trucks, and not so much the police vehicles, have their lights and sirens flashing. There's a nice video in AZ this week of a minivan in the middle of a gunfight because pulling over for a police chase was too much trouble. Driving on a multi-lane road, have a right turn coming up, don't wait until you're 5 feet away from your turn to switch from left lane to right, especially when traffic is congested. You should ideally be in your turn lane no less than a quarter mile out from your turn. When merging onto a highway, the person merging into traffic is supposed to yield, not the other way around. Of course, it's common courtesy to move to the left lane to let them merge when possible. But it's so common for me to be unable to move left because someone is in that lane, and the person merging on just expects you to slam your brakes or run into them. Don't change lanes in an intersection. Don't stop in an intersection too. People seem to not realize that a roundabout is an intersection. When you are turning onto a multi-lane road, you are required to turn into the lane closest to you and then move over when it's clear if you need to. In other words, when you make a left onto a 4-lane road, you turn into the left lane, and if you turn right onto a 4-lane road you turn into the right lane even if you are turning at light signal. The only exception is when there are multiple turn lanes at a signal light, then you stay in the lane during the turn. Graveyards are full of people who had the right of way. Drive defensively and pay the duck attention. If you are in a BMW, you still have to use turning signals. Don't try to be nice, be predictable. Don't flash me when it's your right of way and I have to wonder what the duck you're doing. If I'm going 5 over in the right hand or center lane, either pass or get out of my a-hole. I'm not speeding up because you're close to me, jackass. Even if the light is green, don't cross unless you can clear the intersection. Yes, it might mean that you have to wait through another red light, but you do not block the intersection. The other day I had this old lady honking like hell at me to enter the intersection, but the traffic was backed up and not moving. Yep, lady, I can see that the light is green but it will turn red sometime in the next few seconds. At which point I'll be blocking traffic. Not that you worry about such things. Don't slow down before you're on the exit lane if the exit lane is empty. They made those lanes long enough for you to slow down on the lane so you don't duck up the entire traffic behind you. Right turn on a red, you need to come to a stop first. This is how people are killed in intersections. Don't brake on the highway unless actually necessary. These ducks who are braking at every little thing cause so much anxiety. Getting out of the goddamn fast lane if you are getting overtaken. Not exactly a rule of the road, but people who park in no parking zones at places like grocery stores because they're too lazy, privileged or entitled to walk their fat lazy asses from a legitimate spot into the store. So instead, they decide to add an extra layer of stress to everyone driving or walking on the drive between the store and the parking lot. Even if a pedestrian, me, is in your way, you still can't run them down. This includes BMW drivers on the way to very important meetings. Turn off your ducking high beams when there is other traffic. I can't see the road and if I head on you or another car, it's your ducking failed. When making a turn at an intersection, you're supposed to turn into the lane closest to you. Theoretically, I should be able to turn right into the right lane while you're turning left into the left lane. But too many people take the left all the way into the right lane. Give semi/18 wheelers big rigs space. I drive one fairly often and if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. And don't pass on the right side. 105xxx LBS will duck you up quick. Please be courteous. It takes us a long time to start, move and stop. Defensive driving. Using turn signals. Slowing down when the light turns yellow, and I am talking about when they have plenty of time to stop. Not when they are right close to the intersection or right at it when it turns. No tailgating. Stopping for a school bus. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.